Namaste, and welcome to this short practice to help you shine from the inside out and the outside in. So first we'll begin. So take a comfortable seat, roll your thighs in and down. Take a moment and connect to the ground of your being through finding and locating your breath. And we don't have to change anything. We simply notice everything. And that begins by noticing that there's a flow of life force coming in and emanating out of our physicality in any given moment. Then when you're ready, you can open the eyes, switch the shins, so the opposite shin is in front, and then inhale, open the eyes, stare at a point in front of you, and begin exhaling sharply. So a bellows breath, lips together, teeth apart. Now only do this breath if it feels comfortable, if you don't have hypertension or any heart issues or a baby in your belly. Take a deep inhale, smooth exhale. Then when you're ready, you can take your thumbs, and this activates the fire energy within ourselves to shine. So take them out to the sides if that's not comfortable on the neck, or the shoulders. You can bend the elbows, pull the shoulders back and down, pull the front ribs in. Either way, extended arms or not, go same breath. Keep the breath pumping, and yet keep the spine tall and lifted. Keep the shoulders back, keep the sides of the waist broad and bright. One more breath. And exhale, nice work. When you're ready, you're gonna bring your heels into the floor, dig them so they're outer hip distance. Galvanize the lower back, make sure the kneecaps point straight ahead, and take the arms, if you will, parallel to floor, finger spread. Pull the waistline back so the ribs absorb towards the back body, and you can start to lean back if you don't have any SI lower back vulnerabilities. Draw the navel to the spine, lean, lean, lean. Pull the sides of the throat back so the chin isn't jutting forward. Last breath, inhale up. Exhale back, belly back, front ribs absorb, sides of the throat back, dig the heels into the floor, and exhale, take it up. One more. Sides of the throat back, ribs absorbed into the body, navel back. Keep the breath flowing so you're connecting to that shine, that source of energy and nourishment. From the inside out, inhale, come up. Nice work. Come onto your belly for Cobra, Bhujangasana. You're going to extend your legs straight, heels outer hip distance. Take the hands alongside the chest and turn the index fingers so they're pointing straight ahead. Then pull the belly away from the floor and feel the knees drag forward so there's a spaciousness through the lower back and the pelvis. Then you can drive the pelvis under, peel the heart open, and shine. If there's any lower back sensation that feels crunchy, come out of the posture a little bit. Tone the belly a little bit more and squeeze the legs towards one another without moving them. Good. Exhale, come down. Take a breath. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Drag the knees forward, rise up on an exhale. Tone the belly, feel the pelvis drop down, and the pubic bone will be heavy as you shine. Your elbows broad, and calm down. Two more. Inhale, lift it up, knees forward, ribs back, tailbone heavy, pubic bone heavy, heart up, elbows broad, and exhale, come down. Last one, strong leg, shine. And when you're ready, exhale. Press to the knees. Take a few rounds of cat-cows. You want your knees directly underneath your hips and your wrists directly underneath your shoulders. Press your finger pads into the earth, curl the toes under behind you, and then inhale, melt your chest, shine your heart and light forward. Squeeze your triceps, your outer upper arms back and in. And then exhale, lift the belly up towards the spine, away from the floor, and feel your tail get long. Inhale, hug your knees together. Feel those inner thigh adductor muscles fire up and shine your heart, triceps in and back. And exhale. Deep breath, inhale. Make sure you're keeping your arms straight and strong. And you can start to flow with this breath and movement connection at the same pace. That feels right and in alignment with your heart, with your inner rhythm. We always want to match our outer rhythm with our inner rhythm as much as possible in the practice, for that's when we shine. Keep thinking about your breath. You can picture like golden light coming out of it and golden light. You're breathing in. Then on an inhale, you're going to take your right foot forward. I'm going to do it this way so you can see. The knee is bent. If there's any knee vulnerabilities, don't let it go past and traverse the base of your second toe. If there aren't vulnerabilities, then that's fine. But bring your back left knee back, curl the back toes under so that back knee and foot are lined up with the right sit bone. And then you can have your palms flat. You could grab 2 blocks here if you wish, if you have them, or any shoe boxes, and start to lift your chest up. Lengthen your tailbone down by pressing your pelvis under. You'll feel your glutes activate, and then lift through your sternum and bend your elbows to keep the expansion through the shoulder girdle and shining. Deep inhale, smooth exhale. Then you can lift your back foot up and see if you can grab the outside of the foot. If that's too much, you could take a strap and take the foot inside the loop and pull it in, or that could be like a dish towel or something. If that all feels too much, simply bend the back knee and make sure you're weighting the outer back knee, whichever form you're doing, the outside of the back knee, so you get a rolling in of the back thigh. And then you can lift your heart, start to twist on an exhale to the right. And again, thinking about shining. Pelvis gently cascades under, elbows stay broad, so you can expand the chest and radiate the energy of the body, the psyche, as you settle into the sun, right, of yourself. Like the center of the solar system is the sun. And this practice gifts us centering ourselves into the center of our own being. Last breath, shine and breathe. And exhale, well done. You can come back to a table position, or you could do a gentle floating downward onto your belly, a gentle Bhujangasana Cobra. Knees gently drag forward, pelvis under, elbows broad, throat back. And exhale, join me in the table. Take a few rounds now of cat-cows. Inhaling, again, knees outer hip distance, wrists outer shoulder distance, and exhaling, drawing in. You keep a tonality through the inner thighs, the adductor muscles. So there's tone by squeezing those knees in towards one another isometrically. And the arms stay straight and strong. So the movement then happens when the arms are strong and the legs are ignited through the chest, through that sun of the heart, and that solar experience of the shining and emanation from the inside out as much as the outside in. Another round of breath here. And then you're going to inhale, take your left foot forward. So as you take the left foot forward, this is called gecko's pose with the back knee down, a modification of lizards. You can have your blocks or props, outer shoulder distance here, palms flat today, or you can have your palms pressing down, lined up with your front ankle. Back knee, you can walk it back a little for more sensation. If it feels too much, you honor that, right? We don't want to fry ourselves. We want to shine, but not too much heat, right? So find that sweet spot of challenge and yet not over our edge. Inhale, lift your spine by pushing down into the floor. Then back toes are curled under, aligned with your back sit bone here. That would be your right sit bone. Make sure you're weighting the outer knee. And then as you lift your chest and lengthen your tail down, press your pelvis under. Feel the glutes ignite and bend your elbows a little and broaden them apart. And you'll start to feel a shining, a quality of emanation pouring from all sides of your body, from the inside out. Then you can lift your back, right foot up. Inhale, stretch your left arm forward. Draw the shoulder back. See if you can grab the pinky toe side of the back foot or grab your strap or a tea towel or whatever you have, bathrobe strap, belt, and pull it in. And if that all feels too much, just flex that back foot and again, weight that back outer knee. And that's enough. It might be here. Some of us can really feel that hamstring strengthening going on through the back of that back leg, and you want to not push that too much. This is a great leg strengthener as well as leg opener. And then begin to shine. As the outer back knee gets weighted, the inner thigh widens. You can start to bend both elbows, even that underside elbow on the floor, and press the elbows wide. And then draw the sides of your throat back. Feel the skull start to open up, space through the skull, the crown of the head shines, the elbows broaden and shine. One more breath, expansion through the entire posture. Keep focusing on that exhalation, the quality of the breath that reveals our innate ability to expand. And then exhale when you're ready. You can come out of the posture, take a few cat-cows, or if you feel moved, you can come from high plank to low plank. Take a little cobra, knees forward, pelvis under, throat back, elbows broad. And then exhale, come to the hands and knees. We'll take a camel ustrasana position. If you have a block and you care to, you could take that right above the ankles and squeeze here. That gives a solidity to the legs. When there's something solid, right, like the horizon, the sun can shine on them. If you don't have that, don't worry about that. Just make sure you hug the outer shins in. Then when you're ready, you can take the inner thighs, spill them back till you feel an opening in the pelvis. That's that anterior pelvic tilt. It's called in anatomy, where the rising sun of the lower back happens. And then put your hands, if it feels safe and comfortable, on the front ribs and gently cajole them down. If that doesn't feel good to you, feel the sense of the front ribs just gently absorbing into the body and the back ribs lifting up. And there'll be a tonality through the navel. Then inhale, like a server at a restaurant. Right arm forward, palm up, shoulder back. Then left arm forward, palm up, shoulder back. Then those triceps, right, the outer upper arm, squeeze them in towards the ribs without letting the front ribs pop forward. Pull them in, but squeeze the arms. And then like rays of the sun, shine the right arm back and grab the outer ankle. If that's too much, keep it here like you're holding a tray. Then the left arm back, hold the outer ankle. Keep looking forward so you protect the neck. Squeeze the outer arms, triceps into center. Then think sit up, like you're doing a sit up, and pull the front ribs down. And then maybe if there's no injury through the cervical spine, you can gently, slowly, like you're very slowly looking at something behind you, take the head back. If not, you can look up. Then shine. Root down through your pelvis. Grow your thigh bones long. Last breath. And then when you're ready, push through the knees. Gently push the tailbone under to slowly rise up. Shine the arms out. And then gently pull the arms in. Right on top of left elbow. Inhale, shine the arms out. Exhale, pull it in. You can do this a few times. And notice again, what pace is my body really wishing to move? And you can do and move at that pace, or you can move and groove with me. You want to end with the left arm on top as you conclude. And then we'll close it out with a delicious back bend. So you're going to have two props. They can be shoe boxes, and if you don't have this, it's fine too. If they're blocks, you go like this. They're both on medium spice, so this is flat, mild, medium, spicy, okay? So they're both on medium to start, and they look like a capital T. So Turiya is the word for bliss, or one of the goals of life, of the states of our mind. So make it a T with a space. And I'll show you what to do if you don't have blocks in a second. But first, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the lower block on the spine and find the sweet spot. When you get into the mid-thoracics, it's called mid to lower thoracics here. So it's that place where it's not on your low back, it's a little bit higher, and then the head is gonna rest here on the top of the T, like the roof. And you can take your arms out to the side, feet are hip distance. If you don't have anything like that, you can take a towel or a blanket, or you could even take your mat here, and you can roll the mat up like this. And then you can simply, for the clothes, put it here. And on the same spot right here in the mid back here, you can come onto it like this and see how that feels. You could even, fold the mat. Mine's pretty thick here, and do this if you want, or you could simply do this. So just a little lift here in the chest. Elbows are bent. Press your pelvis wherever you are into the floor, and feel that widening, that anterior tilt of the pelvis where there's a lift away from the floor. Then gently press the belly to the floor to find some length through that low back, and shine. If you want to take the arms overhead, you can, or you can keep the elbows bent, but press your elbows into the floor and root your shoulders into the floor so the heart can totally shine as well. If you're here on some props, then what you can do and explore is you might take the, how we had a T shape, like a capital T, the top one that the head is on, you might actually take that down to mild, which makes it actually spicier, and this one is still on the medium. Keep breathing, whichever position you're in, and really focusing on the ebb and flow of the breath, the sense that you are actually being breathed by the universe. If you've taken this one prop a little bit lower, or placed something a little bit lower, it's just a little bit deeper in the opening of the chest. Some of you might take your right forearm under your left and even grab your elbows like this, which adds a lot of intensity. And some people, that might be way too much. So honor if that's way too much, right? Some of us need more sunblock than others. I need to put a lot of sunblock with my Irish skin, right? So I need to be mindful. Some of us, you don't need the sunblock. Same thing. So honor what's right for you and your constitution. If your forearms are under, take the left forearm on top, undo it, and then underneath you. Squeeze the triceps in, pelvis down to the floor, belly down to the floor. If your arms are out to the side, you can play with extending the legs. That's more intense as well. Some of you might like that. And make your legs one unit and flex your feet, toenails point to the sky. Last breath here. And then everyone on an exhale, you're going to roll to the right. Take your props out. And you can take a little shavasana. You could sit up and do a 1-minute mindfulness meditation, or you could enjoy the floor, whatever feels right for you and your body. As you lie here, you could take a last luxurious stretch with the arms overhead. If you're seated, you can do the same thing. Interlace the fingers, flip the palms away from you, and then do the same thing with the opposite pinky below. Flip the palms away from you and stretch. And then let the bones start to relax and feel yourself releasing the arms either into the lap if you're seated or into the earth if you're lying flat. Feel into the center of yourself. And all that means is follow the breath to its source. And with each breath, feel yourself yielding. Feel yourself relaxing. And feel yourself being absorbed into who you really are at your essence. The sun and our shining really represents this metaphor that the sun offers us, which is how the sun seems like it's shining out and giving out all the time. Yet in truth, the sun first implodes it into itself. It burrows so deeply into itself, and then from that connection to its center, it is able to shine and light and heat this entire world. So feel another breath or two, yourself relax into yourself and savor that. Take one more really full, really present exhalation. And then if you're lying flat, you can roll to the left, take an exhale, and rise up to a seat. If you're seated, you can switch the cross of the shins. And if it's comfortable, you can extend your arms like we did for the breath work, either elbows bent, shoulders back, belly tone, thumbs up, or you can extend them out. And feel your arms connected to your heart, and feel the sense and this balancing of how when you pull into yourself, into the heart, into that place of solstice, you can shine out even more fully. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Give yourself a thumbs up and namaste. Shine on.